Hey guys, it's Catfish here again and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be going over open field tactics and how you should position yourself and your teammates when you are caught in a bad position fighting enemies from multiple directions in an open field with very little solid cover. Even though the examples I will be using in this video is Metro Map 3, a lot of the tips I'm about to share with you are applicable in any game mode and map with open field combat. So let's get started. The first rule of open field combat is don't. When you fight in an open field, you're very vulnerable and the outcome of the battle is often very unpredictable, and this is why most players don't prefer open field combat. After all, the best defense is not putting yourself in danger in the first place, and running out into an open field with no cover and drawing attention to yourself is exactly what I call putting yourself in danger. That being said, sometimes you just get caught in a bad situation, so let's say you are in this worst case scenario, what do? Well, in this match, I'm playing with 3 of my clanmates and we're trying to get to the radiation zone as fast as we can when number 2 on my team suddenly gets lit up while trying to cross the bridge. I'm currently in the water because I had anticipated this, so I try my best to get to number 2 to revive him. The one benefit of long-ranged open field combat is that because enemies are so far away, you don't have to worry as much about enemies pushing up quickly while you complete your revive. Now, as you revive, try to position you and your teammate behind any cover that can provide protection from as many angles as possible. The reason why I'm telling you this is because there's always that one enemy that somehow manages to sneak past your flank and shoots you from the side like this guy.
Where's he quite damaged?
If you're engaged at your flank, coordinate with your team to let everyone know where the immediate danger is. Always prioritize the most immediate danger instead of the easiest enemy to kill. Work with your team to ensure that your teammates are prioritizing keeping everyone alive instead of just trying to get as many kills for themselves as possible. After you get your friend revived and the initial threat is removed, try your best to immediately relocate to a better position so that the enemy cannot surround you and find another angle of attack. Naturally, if you're being shot at while trying to relocate, do not run in a straight line. First, and the most important thing that I see almost all players miss is that they're not paying attention to which direction they're being shot at and at what distance. If this happens, do not panic and freak out and start running in circles. You will die much faster this way. Instead, locate the direction and distance of the shots using the damage indicator and the sounds of the gunshots and try to find the nearest cover you can that protects you from that direction. Quickly run in a zigzag pattern towards that cover and immediately make yourself as small as possible by either crouching or getting prone behind that cover. Once you are safe, the highest priority is to heal yourself if you have taken damage, and while healing, try to recall which direction you are being shot at, how far the enemy is, and relay that information to your teammates so that everyone knows how to avoid the danger. In my situation, I took place behind a rock because rocks provide cover from more angles than trees. Once I was behind cover, I told my team that there was an enemy shooting at me from the 25 degrees and around 100 meters away. Once I had located the enemy, I marked the enemy's position to let my teammates know. This is proper communication, and a successful team takes advantage of the in-game microphone to relay as much volume of information in a short time as possible. The worst thing you can do for your team is not communicating with them to give them the courtesy of how to keep themselves safe. After the enemy is located, try to have your team fan out and find angles to engage the target. In this example, number 1 on my team rushes forward to the right flank to try and establish an angle of attack. As a team leader, remember that if one of your teammates is more than 30 meters away from the squad, then they are outside the immediate protection of the squad. At this point, you can either remind your teammates to pull back or push up to support them. In this example, I chose a more aggressive approach and pushed up to cover number 1 as he rushed the enemy behind the tank.
Behind!
Almost immediately after we eliminate the enemy, I get hit from the Fort Rosshawk direction. Again, practicing what we've learned so far. Number 1, identify the direction and distance of the enemy shots. Number 2, run as fast as you can to the nearest cover that protects you from the threat. Number 3, begin healing immediately to be as time efficient as possible. And 4, relay the information to your team in case they do not already know. Once the threat is removed, reposition to another location so you don't get surrounded. Now you know what to do if you are being shot at in an open field from a single direction. What about if there are multiple targets from multiple directions engaging your team at the same time? Well, let's take a look at this example. As I try relocating, another enemy shoots at my team from the direction of the river, knocking out 3 of my teammates, including myself. Because I was behind a tree, my entire body was not fully protected, and this is why I prefer rocks over trees as solid cover. In this extremely bad scenario, the best thing that the last person on your team can do is to try to smoke up as much as possible, eliminate the most immediate threat, and try to revive as many teammates as they can in a short amount of time. Number 3 on my team demonstrates this perfectly.
Oh, 2 people! Got 1.
Get the guy on the rock first, get the guy on the rock first. Don't worry about me.
Now, if you are knocked and you're waiting for a revive, try to be as helpful to your team as possible by continuously trying to locate the enemy's movements and position. Number 2 on my team demonstrates this communication perfectly.
Solo. Push him up, push him
Watch
up.
out! Watch out!
Bro.
Once the revive was completed, number 1 was able to establish an angle of attack by going to the right and scoring a kill. Again, a successful team is the one that communicates as much as possible. Luckily, number 3 was able to get to number 2 just in time to score the revive. As soon as the revive was completed, another enemy shoots at number 1.
Is it? I just took an egg. Oh, what?
Luckily, number 3 quickly spots the enemy and lets everyone on the team know where they are. As of right now, if you are the furthest person in a squad, the correct solution is not to push up, but to stay in the back so you can provide the widest range of cover fire. Therefore, I try to stay behind whatever trees and hills I could find to prevent the enemy from pushing up. Luckily, my cover fire was not needed as number 1 scores the kill.
Number 1.
And that's the game. I'm curious about one thing though. As a viewer, which person on my team do you all think was the best team player in this match? Please let me know down in the comments. Anyways, I really hope you found these tips helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you hated it, let me know why down in the comments. Finally, if you didn't already know this, I recently recreated my Catfish Discord server as well as a friendly, tactics-based clan. If you wish to learn tactics and improve as a player, I am currently recruiting players from all skill levels. The requirements and the tryouts are all found in the Discord server, so please check out that link in the description. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.